Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jensine, aka Jungle Naps, and I'm so freaking excited to be back here filming. I haven't filmed a video for you guys for like 3+ weeks. It's been a hella long time. So if you're brand spanking new here and you love beauty videos and you think that this might be something you're into, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. From now on, I will be uploading 3 times a week now that I am all settled into my new place. If you guys don't know, because I've been saying it over and over again, I'm sorry if you already know this, I moved across the country from California to Vermont. So I'm officially about 2,800 miles away from my last location. You wouldn't know that by the background, but we are in a completely different room. I tried to get my lighting in order, so we'll see. I think there's a few more things I have to tweak, but let me know if you guys have any suggestions down in the comments. And I felt like the best way to come back into my channel was to do a chatty get ready with me. I just feel like I want to share my experience with moving across the country with you guys and what I think of my new environment. So yeah, we're gonna be creating a holiday, like berry purpley kind of look. I just feel like that's what's speaking to me today. So yeah, before we get started, give this a thumbs up if you're excited for this video. All right, let's get started. So first things first, I've already primed most of my face with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. It's a really good moisturizer and primer in one. So it's really great for oily combination skin. I like to use that on the outer parts of my face, in the middle, and then I leave the T-zone empty so that I can use a different primer because I have oily combination skin. Now, because I have a little bit more texture in the T-zone area, I'm using the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. It's a mouthful, but this guy really does the trick. And you really don't even need like that much, you know, because since it's getting to the colder times of the year, you definitely want to go easy on this because it can make your skin look dry if you put too much. So don't go ham. So because I haven't been wearing makeup like at all for the past couple of weeks, it's been so nice to just start unpacking all my makeup and be like, oh, my babies, I missed you. I'm gonna prime my eyes with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the shade Caffeine. And because I want to use some color, you know, I want it to really stand out. So yeah, I really wanted to share with you guys like what my experience was, you know, with moving across the country. And it's crazy, like when I was younger, I was always like, oh, like I totally want to do a road trip. And that was on my bucket list for sure. Just because it sounded like it was something that was going to be like amazing. But I do have to say, when you're actually moving all of your stuff across the country, yeah, not so fun. There were some really beautiful places that we saw. Like, personally for me, I felt like I really didn't expect states like Wyoming to be that beautiful. I don't know, I mean, I've never really heard much about Wyoming, so I didn't really know what to expect, but I thought it was just like breathtakingly beautiful. I don't think I could live there because, you know, I'm definitely like a city person, but as far as just like visiting and, you know, going camping there, stuff like that, I think it's so nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover up my primer. I'm just gonna use this little base shadow. It's called Smarty Pants from the Tartelette in Bloom. And this is just so that I can set the primer. It's not gonna move around. It is not gonna be like sweated off or anything because I do have oily lids, so you know, I need to keep it in place. I need to take some proactive measures. So I'm gonna start off with transition colors. The first shadow I wanna use is Caramel by Anastasia. Used to be like an old favorite of mine. And I just kind of stopped using it for a while, you know? So I was like, shoot, let's break this bad boy out. And I'm just sticking to the higher points, kind of like right up in there near my eyebrows. And the reason I kind of like this is because it's so freaking subtle. It's like beautiful. So I just wet my brush with some Fix Plus, and this is the color Rosette. And I'm gonna use this as one of the main kind of like lid shadows. Oh my goodness, see how beautiful this is, guys? It is freaking gorgeous. I think you guys know this by now, but I'm definitely more of like a purples kind of person. So I'm just sticking to the inner parts and taking it to the middle because I'm gonna blend it with another color. So back to my trip. I told you guys, well, you guys know that I have a cat, I think. Some of you guys might know that. But the funny thing is, you know, I drove with him across the whole country, and he was actually surprisingly good. I know like a lot of people are like, oh snap, like you did that? But yeah, you know, he kind of had the experience of getting to see the country. So this color here, this is from Anastasia Beverly Hills as well. It's called Rich Velvet, and it's kind of like a deeper purple with some sparkles to it. But I do have to say, you guys, you know, it took us, what, like 10 days to travel across the country, and I'm definitely glad that we're all settled in, because that kind of travel is definitely stressful, especially when you're moving all your stuff. You know, you've got like a live animal to move and to make sure it gets fed and, you know, uses its litter box and all that stuff. So I have to say that I'm so glad that I don't have to like fuss with that every morning, every evening. I get to just, you know, worry about settling in now. That's probably the best part. But now that I'm in Vermont, I have to tell you guys, it's pretty interesting. Like, I mean, we came at like the tail end of fall, you know what I mean? So I love the beautiful, beautiful colors of the trees, and the East Coast definitely has its own kind of beauty. Very different from California, but still very gorgeous. So yeah, I'm definitely digging that aspect. And Vermontians are like really outdoorsy, so I feel like everything is so close together. So if you love the outdoors, this is like an amazing place for you. You can go snowboarding. There's all different kinds of like hiking trails. So I really like that kind of stuff, and I can't wait to explore that a little bit more, you know? So I'm just gonna take the brush that had the caramel for my transition, and I'm kind of gonna just buff out the edges of Rich Velvet so that it looks a bit more smooth. And personally, to me, like, this is something I would wear, you know, for the holidays, date nights, something like that. Kind of wanted to give those of you guys that love your purple some inspo. And by the way, like, you don't have to use these exact colors. There's tons of different palettes that have these, but I feel like these go really well. They're just so pretty. So now I'm gonna add some liner. This is my Inglot gel liner, number 77, and I love to use this Sonia Kashuk. This is the number 27 brush. And I definitely need to put some Duraline in here because it looks a little bit dry. But we're gonna just try to work with it. We're gonna work with it because I have no idea where my Duraline is. And I just did just a little baby wing right here. Something subtle, because we're gonna put some dramatic lashes, so I don't wanna do like crazy liner because, you know, since I've got those hooded eyes, I definitely want the eyeshadow to play a major part here. So now I'm gonna pop these Kmynx Lashes in the style Who 832. And I'm gonna use my Duo adhesive. And one of the things I love about these lashes is they're just like so fluffy and flirty. They've got that like kind of mixed, you know, multi-layered lash look. And these are what the lashes look like. Like I told you guys, they are a bit of drama, but they're so beautiful. I feel like they're perfect for the holidays. It's a perfect time to have the excuse to wear dramatic lashes. So now for me comes the fun part. I get to actually work on the rest of my face, you know? And I wasn't lying, you guys. I use the Sephora the Make No Mistake foundation stick all the time. I told you guys, it's like your concealer, or your concealer. It's like your skin, but better, which is why I love it. And sometimes I don't always want to look like I'm wearing a ton of makeup, you know? I just want to look like me, but better. Of course, you know, full glam is nice, but hey. But just kind of like dot this on. On my review video, somebody said that if you do like lots of small dots close together, you get better coverage. But I would say that once you blend this out, honestly, I don't think it makes much of a difference, because I tried that technique and I didn't really, see much of anything. So I'm gonna try using this with my makeup sponge to see how this works. Ooh, it's actually working really freaking well. Look at that. So something else I wanted to share with you guys, now that I'm in the East Coast, you guys throw it down in the food department. I mean, I wasn't really expecting that. I didn't even know what to expect, you know? Maybe just on the California level. Because when I lived in Northern and Southern California, you know, it's kind of like trendy to find like bomb places to eat and take your friends out with you. Like, I wouldn't consider something like pub food really good food in California. You know what I mean? It would just be like hot dogs, hamburgers, you know, the normal stuff. But surprisingly, I went to a pub the other night with my husband, and we went out to, you know, just like try things out, see what the food scene is like, and oh my God, you guys, it's amazing. Like, this place was this total like Italian, it was like a pub, but it was still like Italian food with like pizza, of course, and all that. And I had this spaghetti and meatballs dish. And you know, it's like whatever. It's always kind of like a bargain, because you never really know, is it gonna be authentic or is it gonna be some lame imitation dish? But it was so freaking good. So yeah, props to you guys. You guys schooled the West Coast in food, personally. I mean, I think the West Coast does like Mexican food really well, and like there's various types of like California fusion dishes, but you guys have it on lock, and I'm gonna really try my hardest not to like gain 50 pounds while I'm here. This is gonna be hard, you know? Okay, so we're gonna move over to concealer, and I've got my trusty NYX Gotcha Covered concealer. I don't feel like my dark circles are very prominent today, but we are going in with this. Sometimes I use my fingers, and sometimes I use a brush. Doesn't really matter. It looks nice either way, but this one does dry down because it is waterproof, so you do have to work quickly, and I would suggest doing one side at a time. And one of the things I like is this is so good for highlighting under the eyes and all the freaking high points of your face, and it looks natural, you know what I mean? It doesn't look like, oh snap, she's wearing like 10 shades lighter under her eyes. So now I'm ready for my setting powder, and I'm using the Fenty Beauty one. This one's my favorite. I've been using it non-stop. But I want to tell you guys, I used it the other day for the first time in really cold weather, because now that I'm in Vermont, it's like, you know, like 40 degrees at night. For me, for a California girl, that's cold. And it looked so nice. It didn't look too dry, and it looked beautiful. So I was really, really impressed with that. So if you haven't tried it yet, you guys, you gotta get your hands on it. So next up, I'm using my Fenty Beauty Espresso, and this is the like bronzer stick or whatever they call it. So I'm just going to lightly do some marks here along my hairline. Keep it light, because now that it's like pretty much winter where I am, which is gnarly, I don't want to be too bronzed, because it just, you know what I mean, it just wouldn't make sense. But yeah, and then I'm going to use this little buffer brush. It's from Morphe. It's the Morphe R9. And this is a really good brush. I feel like it's easy to use. A lot of people were telling me that the one from e.l.f., the buffing brush, they really didn't like, and they were having troubles with it. But I mean, I guess I didn't feel that way, but if you do feel that way, this is a really good alternative, and it's affordable. So I know not all of us have that kind of money to just spend, you know. So now I'm going ahead and blending this into my jawline to kind of create more of a cut jawline, you know, effect. One thing about living out here on the East Coast is, like I was telling you guys about the food, but the food is also like hella cheap. Well, not hella cheap, but cheaper than what I'm used to. Like, I'm used to paying a lot for food, especially if it's good quality food, if it tastes good, if it's like organic, if it's local. So I've been really, really surprised to see how affordable it is here. And I wonder why that is. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm loving it. I'm also gonna use my beauty blender to go in on my bronzer on this side, just to diffuse it out a little bit, because it's looking a bit too much for me. It's too much powder, it's too much. This is the Lancome 500. I've pretty much been using the same face products, just switching up foundation because I feel like I found my groove, you know what I mean? And I wanna stay there. And so far with the cold weather, these products seem to work really well as well. And this is my Real Techniques sponge. What is this? Yeah, Real Techniques powder brush, so not sponge, sorry. So I'm gonna stick this powder on the outer parts of my face to just bronze it up a little bit, but not a lot. And this kind of creates the effect of my jaw kind of like looking a bit more cut, you know what I mean? So there, see, I still look luminous, but one thing I love is that Lancome powder is so finely milled that it doesn't even look like powder. You just look kind of like beautifully bronzed. So I remember, you guys, before I forget, a lot of you guys were asking me for different video requests. I know some people had, like, they wanted a ColourPop review, but I really wasn't sure what product, wasn't specified. So if you're watching this and you requested a ColourPop review, I think it was like the new palette or something, but they always release a ton of new palettes, please let me know so that way I know, you know, what you guys want to see next. Somebody else said another Dope or Nope, but you know, since Dope or Nopes are reviews, just let me know what you want to see reviewed and then I can do it in that style. Okay, so I'm gonna do a kind of dual highlighter situation. First off, Glossier, this Topaz one, I haven't used this in ages, but I really, really love it because you guys look, it's so golden. And it's like, it's nice, it's subtle. So if you're somebody that doesn't like a lot of like bright highlighter, you know, then this might be good for you. I like to use it as a nice base. And in the winter, I like to stick to cream highlighters, like when it gets really, really cold, because that way it just doesn't, you don't want to have like too much powder, you know? You want cream products balanced with a little bit of powder to help it stay. So I'm gonna put that right there in my naturally like luminous areas and just blend that out with my finger. And see how like nice and subtle that is? Ooh. So Topaz from Glossier is bomb.com. So if you want the natural look, you can stop there with the highlight, but we're gonna be just a little bit extra today, just a little bit. I'm gonna also go in with the Maybelline Master Chrome, and this one, I don't even know if it's still sold out. I hope it isn't, but it's a really, really bomb highlight. It's affordable. Hopefully you know about this by now, but it's amazing. So it's really, really bright. Now what I do is I take my highlight brush here and I'm just going to swipe it once, and then I'm gonna go in small circular motions here. See how that looks nice and blended? It's not like overpowering there. So nice. So if you guys want to see more holiday looks, definitely let me know what kind of looks. I want to do like some monochrome tutorials with like, look what I'm doing here with the purples. We're not done with the purples yet. We still got some more purples. But if you guys have like ideas, like different color traces, greens, blues, like a smoky eye, a classic look, let me know, let your girl know. So yeah, the reason why I highlighted right under here was see how it looks nice and dewy and shiny without looking too powdery. that's the kind of look you want. For blush, we got the Milani. It's the Color Harmony number 4 Berry Race. And I just like to use my little brush in here and just swirl all the colors. We want all the colors, girl. And I add that to the apples of my cheeks and just kind of blend it a little bit back into my highlight. It's so nice. It's like a subtle blush without being too much, you know? And because it's called Berry Rays, it goes with our theme. Berries, you know, that's the theme, if you didn't get it. So I almost forgot with the highlight. We're gonna put that down our nose, or my nose. And then I just like to blend it out. Usually I use a blending brush, but I can't find that one, so I'm using a pencil brush and just going off on the sides and also the upper parts to make sure it kind of blends into the rest of the makeup. See how nice that looks, guys? It's nice and subtle. So I'm gonna do my first spray. I'm gonna use the MAC Fix Plus. While we go in with the lips, that's when it's gonna be drying. I like to do this because it kind of melts all of your makeup in together so it doesn't look powdery, you know what I mean? There we go. You pretty much wanna like take a bath in it. So while that's drying, I have 2 lip colors that I wanna combine for a like berry kind of look. So the first one here is MAC A Night Moth. And I love this one so much. Like personally, I think it's like the perfect dark vampy red / berry. You can combine it with so many different colors to look just amazing. So I had to sharpen it up, and now we're gonna go ahead and line the outsides of the lips and just bring it in a little bit towards the center. Okay, so now I know I look a little bit crazy, but we're going in with the lighter color. This is called, what is this? Infamous, and it's by Absolute New York. It's their Glossy Stain. So now I wanna concentrate this, well, just like over, you know, but it's going to be lighter in the middle, and also because we have that dark color underneath, gonna really look nice. So now we have like a slightly ombre, you know, beautiful purple / dark purple color. It really looks like vixen-y. This is definitely my type of thing. And it kind of goes with the purple in my hair. I don't know if you guys see it. So let me go ahead and fix my hair and all that jazz, and then I'll be right back. Ta-da! Now that my hair is all done, I can show you guys the final look, and I love that this purple look matches the purple in my braids, and I think it just looks super beautiful, sultry, elegant. You know, it's bold without looking tacky, and I will definitely wear this out. But look, you guys, more importantly, also I put little French braids in my hair. How cute is this? I haven't done this in so long. I used to wear my hair, you know, like this in college and stuff, but it's been a while. It's been a while. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and you know, I'm just kind of like getting back into the groove of filming. I know that the Sephora VIB sale is coming up. Well, it's currently going on for Rouge right now, but it's opening up for just beauty insiders, I think after November 6th. So let me know if you guys want to see a haul. I'm, you know, thinking about what I want to get from that, and yeah. But of course, if you guys want to see it, then I'm going to do it, of course. Alright, well, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Toodles!